The Detroit Lions are getting set to take on the 2019 NFL Draft in a few months, and they have known for a while they will be selecting with the No. 8 pick in the draft. But what type of player will they be getting at the spot? That's the question fans and analysts alike will begin to ponder on the weeks and months ahead as they get set for the draft and think about who will end up going where when all is said and done. So what does the recent history at the number 8 spot look like? It's not all that good whatsoever early on, but it has gotten a bit better recently. Here's a quick look at some of the players who have been picked up at the spot the Lions will pick in the last decade and how they have fared. Clearly, the Lions would like to end up with a few of these types while avoiding most others for their own draft sanity. Monroe was rated highly coming out of college at Virginia, but is out of the league now after leaving the Jaguars to play for the Baltimore Ravens. He retired in 2016 with an eye on his post-football future. He played in 93 NFL games starting 90, but never really made a huge impact. He's trying to make his mark after football as an activist for cannabis. The Raiders picked who they thought was a can't-miss prospect in Alabama linebacker Rolando McClain, but instead, they got more trouble than it was worth out of the pick. He did put up 407 tackles in his time in the league across 3 stops, but was in trouble with the law and is now out of the league entirely. Yet another cautionary tale for the Lions at the spot considering McClain's hype and his inability to live up in the league. The Titans picked up Locker with this pick thinking he would become their quarterback of the future. It didn't exactly work out that way, and Locker was seen to be less than a backup during his time in the league eventually. His career ended in 2014 and he only passed for 4,967 yards as a member of the Titans. Another quarterback with a mixed history, Tannehill has manned the position in Miami for a while, but the question remains if he is a long-term option anywhere. The answer suggests no, which means this could have been yet another reach of a pick at N0. 8. The Lions would be smart to avoid the quarterback curse at this position as it relates to these two players, especially the inconsistent Tannehill. Austin was recently traded to the Cowboys where he's played, but like others on this list, he's been very inconsistent in his career and has not been completely elite at times. Austin does have 26 touchdowns in the league, but like a few others on this list, does not play for the team that drafted him. A good piece, but probably not a player that the Rams thought they were getting at the time of the pick. But could be one of the best players drafted with the 8th overall pick as he has been a longtime stalwart with the Vikings and their defense out of UCLA. In his career, he's put up 338 tackles and made 4 Pro Bowls. He's a free agent in 2019, so the Lions could certainly look at him there, but for the meantime, they will hope their pick can turn out that decently in spite of what else has happened at the position in recent years. Like Barr, Beasley is another player that has developed from the number 8 spot and has turned himself into a solid player in the league. After being selected by the Falcons, Beasley has put up 29.5 sacks, has been an All-Pro and has made the Pro Bowl after leading the NFL in sacks in 2016. Not much more you could ask for from a young player. With edge and need, the Lions would love someone like Beasley to be at the spot. In need of protection up front, the Titans tapped former Michigan State tackle Jack Conklin with a top 10 pick in 2016 and have ended up with decent results so far. Conklin has played and started in 41 games and was an All-Pro in 2016. Not half bad for a lineman pick considering their bust potential high in the draft. McCaffrey is arguably the best skill position player taken at the spot in a decade. He's burst on the scene in a big way with the Panthers and in his first few years in the league, looks like a durable back who has racked up 20 scores in the league thus far. This year, there might not be anyone like McCaffrey justifiable of such a high pick, showing his overall talent and how lucky the Panthers got. The Bears made the most recent pick at No. 8 grabbing Smith last year. After a lengthy holdout, he took some time to acclimate to the league, but once he did, the results were pretty good. Smythe could be a guy to build around for the Bears, and could be the type of player the Lions want to make sure they target this year. Getting someone who can acclimate in like Smith did would be huge.